Ugh.
Get up!
Using my own weapon to kill me? Isn't that a little too villain for you, Caucasus?
Shut it! Now, enjoy your trip to hell.
Heh, I doubt it.
Huh?
I didn't want to use this thing since I haven't researched it enough yet, but you forced my hand.
Skull's Lost Driver? Where'd you get that?
A friend of mine from Futo. Henshin!
Skull!
Whoa! This armor looks incredible!
Who are you to dare mess with me?
There's a saying my friend told me. Now, time to count up your sins!
If I have to destroy you again, then so be it!
Ha! I got just the thing for you.
Skull! Maximum drive!
Skull Punisher!
Curse you, Skull!
Glad that's over. I better help out Zeltrax Millennium with that review he's been talking about. After all, a hard-boiled man should keep his promises, right? Hello YouTubers, Zeltrax Millennium here, back with a review, vlog, or an unboxing. Please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you all enjoy the video. Hello YouTubers, Zeltrax Millennium here with a brand new review for you, and what you just saw will probably be the only posing montage you'll get in this video. Anywho, this is a review on my exclusive SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Skull from the Begins Night portion of Movie War 2010. Now, originally I had reviewed both Rising Ixa and Skull together. However, because of a copyright strike from Toei, I had to take that review down. So, possibly during the weekend, you're gonna get these two reviews of Skull and Ixa throughout, so that way they'll be on here again. Anywho, let's take a look at the box, because, well, that's how I roll. Pretty indicative of the Kamen Rider double style of the SH Figuarts boxes. The box is colored with the writer's name and another appropriate color. It says Kamen Rider Skull in silver. A black box with a black and white picture of Kamen Rider Skull. Down here is the Bandai Collector Shop exclusive logo. Then Skull's name in kanji. Then the Movie War 2010 logo down there. Also got, well, Kamen Rider Skull's name on the sides, along with the top of the box. The back of the box, many different poses you can put him in. First pose is Skull doing the Sa Omae no Sumi o Kazero. Now it's time to count up your sins pose. A pose of him pointing up his hat with his gun. Skull about to shoot the living crud out of you, and Skull saying, "Ding dong, here's my stuff." Anywho, let's set the box back, and let's take a look at the main figure himself. First he falls over. Epic fail. Yeah, let me get this guy situated right. So, yeah, let me just say right off the bat, this Figuart is absolutely beautiful. Even though it's not the matte finish that its eventual re-release Skull Crystal will have, it is still a very good release. I mean, let's take a look at the detailing. Obviously, this guy was based off of Ishinomori's short manga, The Skull Man, but it's still got a lot of details to make it still fresh and new. Got some detailing on the rib cage right there with his chest. Same kind of shoulder pads as Cyclone Joker. The wrist guards right there is probably from the Cyclone side. That's my understanding, along with the anklets. His Lost Driver is very coolly represented here. All the details are painted in nice. At least the memory is painted black, so that way we wouldn't have to paint a memory. Cyclone Joker, or Heat Metal, or Luna Trigger. Anywho. So yeah, nice detailing there. Also, let's take a look at his head for a bit. Now, I'm kind of saddened by the head. I mean, the head's fantastic. I mean, it's a nice silver head with nice skeleton head detailing. Or nice skull detailing for the head. Nice, delicious compound eyes. It's kind of a nice smoky black under some silver paint, I guess. It's still nice, along with the S crack on the head. That's nice. Although, like Vangelis pointed out in his review on thatguywiththeglasses.com, which I will put a link to in the bottom below. Thank you, Vangelis. You got another mention of my videos. God, I'm really getting tired of doing that. If you leave one of his accessories on his head for far too long, yeah, prepare to scream your head out, because if you keep it on the head too long, the paint will chip off. Hopefully Skull Crystal will fix that. If not, then we're screwed. Anywho, that's enough about me going nutsoid. Let's talk about this guy's articulation, because he's pretty good in the articulation department. His arms can go out that far. His shoulders can go all over the place. His shoulder pads are a little floppy. He's got double jointed elbows, quadruple jointed wrists, type 1 Figuarts hips where it can pull down, kick in the face. Double jointed knee. Bendable ankle and the toe joint. So, pretty much, well, tight. So yeah, pretty standard Figuarts articulation to say the least. And his head is also on a short little ball joint. I mean, it can go all over the place, but because of this scarf right here, it can't really go down. It can go up fairly nicely, but down, not so much. Yeah, and let's get into his accessory count, because that's probably what you're thinking about, since you may pre-order Kamen Rider Skull Crystal. Let's get to that accessory count. Let me just get him standing upright. So, like any double Figuart, Skull's got quite a bit of hands. Need to move that a bit. He's got the hands for Sa Omae no Sumi o Kazero, or holding his hat. Hands specifically for holding his hat, holding things hands, and calm splayed open hands. He also comes with a alternate scarf, which is blowing in the wind. And he's got 2 hats. Well, camera almost flipped over. Don't want it to be like the Dirge video. So yeah, he's got 2 hats. One, which is fine. And the other is when he had his battle with the Taboo Dolphin, with the tear in it. Can't wait to see what he does in movie Warcore. Anywho, let's get into one of his other accessories, which is his Sculptor Magnum. Let me just say, this thing is absolutely detailed to the max. I mean, every detail that was on the thing is perfectly represented here, even though this thing is a black, silver, and red repaint of the glorified Trigger Magnum. And it's always in maximum drive mode, because that's how Sokichi rolls. Yeah. And it can actually go into his hand fairly well. But, like Vangelis pointed out in his review, getting the hands on is quite an ordeal. You got to bend the joint, and did I get it on there? No, I did not. There we go. Got the thing on. Now let's get his skull magnum. I almost said trigger magnum. Let's get that in his hand here. And his trigger finger is able to go straight into the trigger chasm right there, which is nice. So now let's get him into a general looking pose. I'm probably going to do the pose like right there, but I'm going to be just using the fist. Let me just get the hat that's not torn. Get this guy standing upright again. SH Figuarts Skull is a pretty good release. However, I think Skull Crystal is going to be a little bit better than this version. But I still have the heart on for the original Skull. Considering that this was like my second release, my second exclusive buying, along with Rising Ixa and Rising Ultimate Kuga. But yeah, the Skull is still recommended if you don't want to get Skull Crystal. This guy, I think you can find him on... I think you can still find him on eBay, though his prices are probably going to be in the giant ranges. So, best be looking after Okinawam on HJU, Rider Proxy on both Ranger Board and HJU, and just keep searching the middleman services and pick this guy up. You won't regret it. So yeah, this is Zeldrax Millennium saying good night, good luck, and time to count up your sins.